Welcome to Big Ramatha's Adventure. Today is day 28 of our Alaska road trip. We are headed towards home. This is probably going to be the last scenic drive that we have of the trip. We're going to be heading back down through in the opposite direction of a place we already went towards the beginning of the trip. So we're going to be going through Jasper National Park and heading south down the Icefields Parkway this time, and then through Banff and out of the mountains into the boring farmland of Alberta and Saskatchewan. I don't think we'll make it all the way to Saskatchewan today. Probably make it to middle of Alberta at best. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the road. been driving for a few hours. We made a quick fuel stop in Jasper before heading down the Icefields Parkway, and found a nice little spot to pull over next to the Athabasca River to have a little bit of lunch. Beautiful spot. Weather's pretty nice. A little bit cloudy, but at least it's not raining, and we got nice views for the drive today. You guys ready to go?
Yep.
Let's get back on the road. It's the end of day 28 of our Alaska road trip. We left the Beaverview campground in McBride, British Columbia this morning and drove down the Yellowhead Highway until we got to Jasper. And then we turned down the Icefields Parkway, which weather was great for most of the day, actually. So right all the way until we got out of the mountains and got near Calgary. Jasper and the Icefield Parkway and Banff were all extremely busy. So I was very glad that we went through there. Well, we did at the beginning of the trip. We did the Icefields Parkway on 8th, and the Parkway itself, I felt like, was more busy today, even though we had to deal with all the massive amount of runners on the 8th when we went through. So it was nice to go through in the opposite direction and see everything going the other way.
It was really beautiful.
It was really cool. Yeah. Actually, I think the first cool thing that we saw was when we were still on the Yellowhead and up to Mount Robson. Mount Robson looked pretty cool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's a provincial park right from getting to Jasper. But yeah, the town of Jasper was extremely busy in there and got gas. Every parking area that we went by in Jasper and Banff were just packed. And there was a fair amount of people, especially as the day got later when we were there. But there was always road.
Yeah.
There's always room for parking. Here today, there was not. There was actually like people parking out on the street in several areas and overflowing all over the place.
Yeah.
That's really good. I think we lucked out, found a spot right next to the Athabasca River to park the trailer and make lunch back in here. And it was completely empty when we pulled into it. It was a little pull out with this trash can. So there wasn't a big crowd like there are at the main parking areas. A few people did stop behind us while we were there and got out and snapped a few quick pictures and then moved on. Not like when we went through the first time. The first time, basically anywhere we stopped outside of the main parking lots, we had it to ourselves. For the most part, we didn't have anybody stopping around us. So, and then being a Friday of a holiday weekend here in Canada, Monday is Canada Day, which is their Independence Day. We were very concerned that we were not going to be able to find a place to camp this evening. So tried to look for something that may not be in a very popular area. That's why we decided, hey, we need to find something on the east side of Calgary, because the west side is all Banff. And well, first you got the Bow Valley Provincial Park. And I think there's another provincial park in the area too, heading into Banff, and extremely busy there. We actually drove through the town of Banff as well, trying to find gas, but the gas was on the opposite side of the road from the direction that we were going. And there's a big median in the way, and it was just super crowded, lots of traffic there. So we pushed on through to Canmore and had a little bit easier time getting in and finding gas in the Canmore. But there was a huge line of cars going westbound into Banff as we were leaving. Traffic, going east towards Calgary wasn't too bad. And then once we got through Calgary and on the other side, there wasn't a whole lot of traffic either. We did see, a handful of campers and things that were traveling east as well, which is a little concerning because you're like, hey, we're going to find a spot. But we found a spot where we're one of two campers here. The one next to us looks a little permanent.
Yeah. And there's nobody there.
There's nobody in there right now. It doesn't look like anybody's in there right now, but they have like a lot of stuff set up outside, including a table with a fridge about the size of the fridge that we have here on it, and a large grill. And it looks like that unit has not really been in a very long time.
Yeah. So this place is called Bassano.
Bassano.
Bassano campground.
Bassano Community Campground or Hilton Campground. It's about halfway between Calgary and Medicine.
Yeah.
It's a little rural community. The population is only about 1,200.
Oh,
So,
yeah. So this campground in the middle of.
Yeah. And I think that's the only reason why it's not really full right now, being a holiday weekend. If this were something near one of the main lakes in the area or anything that has other recreation site or activities, I think we would not have found a spot.
Yeah.
So being in the middle of a small community, kind of in the middle of nowhere, you lucked out. So that's spot.
Yeah.
What do you do, Daniel?
You guys should like and subscribe.
Make sure you do what he said. We are almost home. I looked it up. We're not almost. We still got at least 2 days. 2.5 days. We've got roughly 21.5 hours left of driving between here and home. So we're going to try and go at least to the border tomorrow. It's just under 8 hours to get to the border. And then as soon as we cross the border, we'll start looking for a spot to camp. I think we're a little bit more likely to be out of the Canada Day weekend rush once we cross back into the U.S. And it's still a little bit early for the 4th of July weekend rush. So I think we'll get home in time to miss all the 4th of July camping rush. People can out and do that stuff. People in time to get fireworks and stuff. Yeah. So we're maybe going to catch up back to our original schedule. But make sure you do what he said so you can see where we end up tomorrow. We don't even know. We're going to end up.
You want to tell them what we found in this?
What do we find?
These tree common.
Yeah, there's CP, Rat Canadian something. I don't know if Canada Pacific, I have the CP.
The CPV.
Yeah, I believe CP is Canada Pacific. CP rail caboose parked over there, and then a little rail maintenance vehicle. I mean, they got the town muster point is over there as well. So I guess if there's a natural disaster or something, all the town meets up at the sign right before the in between the dumpster and the rail car there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So that's it for today. Again, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.